Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Can you tell us about the South African gold producer that's going public through a business combination with a US group?
Yes, we've been watching, Blyvoor Gold for some time. Of course, it's born out of the original Blyvooruitzicht gold. And, I even lived out there for a short while. It was a gold mining area. And it still is producing well. It's still got a long life. And there's also surface material there. So they've linked up with an American company. They'll be Auris, and the American company will probably be involved with the listing of them. And they'll become Auris Resources. But it'll be on the NASDAQ in New York City. So that is quite an interesting thing. And that will create, finance to actually build infrastructure there, to continue to employ a lot of people, and to have the community out there having a nice gold mining activity and keeping it running. So it's very interesting, and I think good for South Africa at the moment to have that capital coming in. And it will continue to be run by South Africans. It's Richard Floyd and Alan Smith are running it. Richard Floyd is CEO, Alan Smith is executive chairperson. Of course, Alan Smith, we've known him in mining for ages. He did have I first met him when he was with De Beers, but he eventually was very influential and active in Anglo Gold Ashanti. So it'll be interesting to see how they develop that, and the finance they get will certainly be beneficial for the West Rand.
Now, Elemental Energy is on a mission to push hydrogen power systems in developing countries.
We didn't know this company, but we went off because we got an invitation from BMW. BMW said to us, we're going to launch this hydrogen car, and we're going to have a fleet of hydrogen BMWs in South Africa, in the Midrand area. We've got a refilling station in Midrand. And it turned out we discovered that the company that put in the refilling station system was Elemental. And then we discovered further that they're on a major mission to actually spread stationary hydrogen use. Now, we're so used to the mobility. We were in a mobility situation with BMWs going around. But the emphasis now being placed is on stationary hydrogen, which they say at this stage can compete with diesel. So, they've already put up a system in Northwest at a lodge there. And they're wanting to really spread this, particularly in the development world where you're off-grid. The idea is that this will be it looks like it'll be a diesel generator type system, but actually it's much more than that. It's got a lot of smartness. So I think hopefully they will spread this, which will get the interest in hydrogen going again. And interestingly, the fuel cell that they used is a Toyota fuel cell, which is platinum based. And of course, we're always trying to push platinum. And at the same time, Elemental is also looking at possible uses of platinum-based electrolyzers. And if you look at what the World Platinum Investment Council says now about the production of stationary fuel cell hydrogen and electrolyzers, they believe that market is going to grow by about 120% this year. All the time, we've got to try and get to this idea that we can get sovereignty, energy sovereignty. We can declare energy independence here if you have a good push, but it's got to have government backing. It's got to have examples of where this works and succeeds, and it's got to come down the cost curve. But we saw, that happen with renewable energy, and this is linked to renewable energy because you use the renewable energy, you use the solar and the wind and storage, and then you've got the hydrogen as well. Hopefully South Africa will really push this. We see effort being made. Maybe Sasol will be the first to do it, but all the time we're questioning people about this opportunity to declare energy independence, which will be very important for us. We've got Superior Sun, we've got Prime Wind, we've got the platinum group metals needing a push. And if we can give these examples here, it'll be good for South Africa.
Now, the mining sector has a significant impact on job creation, and you believe that the flagging sector needs a new ticket to ride.
Yes, it needs a new ticket to ride because, it's shrinking. We've had this huge delay with exploration. There's still no cadastre in place. But what needs to be done is the government, working with the Minerals Council of South Africa, need to look at where all the impediments are. And they need to just cut that impediment, cut that bureaucracy, cut out. Don't have unnecessary bureaucracy standing in the way of foreign investment. Because if you look what's happening in the world now, people are looking inward. Countries that you never expected to want to mine, they're suddenly wanting to mine. They're wanting to get to those critical metals and minerals, and they're looking at gold mining. They're looking broadly. Even in Europe and Eastern Europe, you can see countries emerging there that are going to have no red tape when it comes to mining, except, of course, on the environmental side, And the mines are used to that. They're used to making sure that they protect the environment, that they look after the community, that they pay their taxes. So cut that red tape, because our economy really needs a boost now. And the thing with mining is it employs a lot of people, but the indirect jobs that it creates is unbelievable. The knock-on effect that you have from mining is colossal. So give it a new ticket to ride.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
Great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions@creamermedia.co.za.